Hello, my Aquarius friends. This is going to be a tarot forecast for the next 2 weeks coming up. I've been having a little bit of trouble fitting them into my weekly schedule every week. I'm a single mom and I have my own business. So I don't want you guys to miss out on these weekly messages. So I decided to put them together into a 2 week spread and give me a little more time to get them out to you and make sure you get your messages every week. So here we go. Aquarius, I've already shuffled the cards and laid them out in an effort to save time, so let's just jump right in. Your cards had me sitting here for a few minutes going, this is interesting. How do I understand this? And I got it. I got it fully. So I'm going to start backwards this time. I'm going to start with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. This is the clarifier to the reading. And I pulled it last, but I should have pulled it first because when I pulled this card, it was like, oh yeah, it makes sense for the whole reading. You have Between Two Worlds card coming up. This card kind of talks about moving from a world where you feel like it's duller and more gray and moving into one of color, one of exactly what one of color would symbolize: more life, more vitality, just everything that you wanted, moving into this new life, right? So in the past category, you have the waiting card. This talks about, and because it's in the relevant past, or the past that is relevant to your present right now, it talks about waiting for your ship to come in. Somewhere back there, right there in the background, I don't know if you can pick it up, there is a little ship in the water. But see, he's not at the port yet. He's not there waiting and expecting it to show up at the dock. He's on the cliff watching it out there in the distance, knowing that it's coming in soon. Which makes sense for this card, the Between Two Worlds card. It's like there is something, Aquarius, that you've been waiting for, something that you've been hoping for to show up or to kind of take your world in a new direction, right? In the present category, though, you have the challenge card. And I get the feeling that you're not impressed with this challenge, Aquarius. This is the challenge or competition card in your present. So making the transition to receive what you've asked for has been a little bit trickier, I think, than you were expecting. This is in your present category. And in what you desire, you have the Strength and Courage card. So, or sorry, that's not what you desire, what you expect. What you expected while you're waiting is that when this shows up, you will have the strength and the courage and the energy and the momentum built up to take care of this the way it needs to take care of, right? And this is what threw me. This is where I had to sit with your cards for a minute, because in the what you desire category, you had the Five of Pentacles card come up. Now, the Five of Pentacles is kind of like that energy of feeling left out in the cold. They're literally left out in the cold, with the Church, which represents everything faithful and foundation and love and nurturing, all of that good stuff. The Pentacles, the support system, right? These people don't even see that. They are feeling left out in the cold. Why would anyone want to feel left out in the cold? How would that show up in what you desire category? I pulled some clarifiers on this because I wasn't quite grasping it at first. And these two fell out. What you desire, again, feeling left out in the cold, you have the Eight of Cups, which talks about leaving behind a situation and moving towards a new situation. But the thing that I love about the Eight of Cups is that you got to look at these cups. This man is not leaving these cups in a disorganized, chaotic fashion. He has stacked them all neatly and purposefully, and he's moving in a new direction. It talks about purpose. It talks about intention. And it's like, I get why you're desiring to feel left out in the cold, so to speak, because this card came with it, which is the gut instinct card, which is the things being behind the veil that you can't quite see. It's that following your instincts card. So let me tell you what I think this is saying to you. that whatever this was in the past that you've been waiting for, you're having a little bit more challenge waiting in the present, and B, it's almost like you're having some challenge getting to the dock to receive what you've asked for. You're trying to remember that you expect that you're going to have the strength and the courage, and you expect that you have everything that you need to get through this, but you're desiring to get all that information almost like by osmosis. It's like you're desiring that you're just going to wake up and know it all, right? And you can't just drop the card. You can't just know what you can't know, right? This is also the psychic ability card. And so the fact that you can't see everything around you when you're trying to make this choice and decision on how to walk away from this old life and into the new life, that feeling has left you feeling a little bit out in the cold. And that doesn't surprise me, Aquarius, because Aquarius is a air sign, and air signs are thoughts. And Aquarius, I've known of quite a few Aquariuses, and they like to think everything out before they make any choices or decisions. You like to know for sure in your gut what's going on before you are even willing to walk away. But doing it that way is leaving you feeling like you're stuck out in the cold. And that's what you have to remember. Sometimes you just have to stand up for yourself, and you just have to take some action and start moving forward. And that's what shows up in your unexpected unknown factors category this week, Aquarius, is this defensive card. The Seven of Wands is a card of being on defense. It's like, okay, come at me, bro. Like that kind of energy, you know what I mean? It's that energy of I know I have to walk away from this situation in the past. I know that I have to embrace what's coming into my world, and I'm willing to defend what it is that I want. I'm willing to stand up for myself. I'm willing to take some action, because wands also symbolize action. They're the fire energy of the tarot, which is action moving forward. And that feeling of being defensive is going to inspire what happens this first week. So the first week of this reading is the last week of April, and you have the Chariot. The Chariot talks about, well, first of all, it's the car of the tarot, so it moves the energy forward a lot faster when this shows up. It also symbolizes victory. It's like it's like whatever situation this is that has you feeling a little bit left out in the cold, a little bit like, I keep dropping them, guys, a little bit like you are leaving behind this old situation and feeling, what is the word I'm looking for here? Give me a second. Feeling a little bit in the dark almost. I'm surprised the moon card didn't show up. And you know what? I saw it flash through when I was shuffling your cards a number of times, because the moon card symbolizes that feeling of being in the dark, right? But that feeling of being in the dark, you need that feeling to inspire this defensive feeling, this feeling of standing up for yourself or other people, because that feeling sparks the motion, sparks the action that you take moving forward. This can also symbolize travel. There might be some travel that you are planning coming up here. And this defensive action, I don't know about you, but when I get upset, my defense is to like go driving. If I'm really in needing to clear my head, I will go on a very long drive. That's how I deal with it. And it's almost like your defense mechanisms kick in, and then there's this energy that compels you to move it forward. And then the second week of this reading, so it's the first week of May, you have the Eight of Wands. And again, there is speed to this card. You can feel the speed in this, can you not? All these wands, whoosh. That's the sound that you hear with this card. Whoosh. Everything happens quickly, but it also represents communication. This is a communication card. So whatever that communication is that you have been waiting for, that you feel like is behind the veil, that you can't quite see and feel, and it's like your head's going a mile a minute trying to figure it all out before you take this action, but something pisses you off and inspires you to stand up for yourself. So you take that action, and once you take that action, everything moves forward so fast. So fast. The card at the bottom of this deck is the choices card. The Seven of Cups talks about having all these choices and not knowing which decision to make or not knowing how to go forward. You see all these choices and decisions, that options that he has. It's an options card, right? And trying to put together all of your options. The next couple of weeks, it really looks like you're trying to formulate a plan to move this forward, to communicate. You're going to spend some time on communication in the next couple of weeks after you have started to make some momentum on this. And that brings us to the last and most important card, I think, in this reading, is that once you have completed all of these steps, once you have embraced this action moving forward and this communication comes in and it starts helping you to stack those cups in a way that will allow you to walk away like this red guy here from this person, situation, job, whatever that is that this represents in your world, it brings this peace. This is about you having peace with whatever this is that is coming in your world this week. This next 2 weeks, I should say. Aquarius, I hope that this was helpful. And if it was, please let me know in the comments section below, because your feedback is so helpful for me. And it also inspires me to do these readings, to keep doing these readings, and motivates me even when I'm tired. So thank you for that. And if you would like more information on how to get your own private tarot or mediumship reading, you can find that on my website, THMedium.ca. Have a great couple of weeks, my friends.